my dear students. Welcome back to the class. Smile is electricity and life is a battery. Whenever you smile, the battery gets charged and the beautiful day is activated. So keep smiling every day. By saying this, I will start today's class. 9th standard science is matter around us pure. So chapter 2 is matter around us pure. Topic suspension and colloidal solution. In the previous class, we have discussed about solution and concentration of the solution. Today in this session, we are going to discuss about suspension and colloidal solution. So suspension. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. Suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture is a mixture in which the composition is not uniform throughout the mixture. So composition is not uniform throughout the mixture in the case of heterogeneous mixture. Okay, and in which the solid particles do not dissolve. So what happened in this case, the solid particles do not dissolve but remain suspended. Suspended means to form deposit. So they will not dissolve. Solid particles do not dissolve but they form deposit at the bottom of the solution. So but remain suspended throughout the bulk of the medium. So first, suspension. Suspension is nothing but it is a heterogeneous mixture and in which the solid particles will not dissolve. So do not dissolve and but remain suspended throughout the bulk of the medium. And next one is properties of suspension. So we have discussed about suspension. Now next one is properties of suspension. So first property is suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. So non-uniform composition. Next, the particles can be seen by the naked eye. So in the case of suspension, particles can be seen by the naked eye. So you can able to see the particles. Okay, and next, the solute particles can be separated by filtration. The solute particles can be separated by filtration. So what happened? First one is it is a heterogeneous mixture, and the second one is we can able to see the particles can be seen by the naked eyes. Because what happens? They will not mix completely. Solid particles do not dissolve, but they remain suspended. So what happens? We can able to see by naked eye, and also we can able to separate those solute particles. And the solid particles settle down and the solution is unstable. Because the solid particles do not dissolve. They remain suspended, right? So easily we can able to separate by filtration. Next, the particles scatter a beam of light passing through it and the path of light is visible in the solution. So what happened in the case of suspension? Particles scatter beam of light. So they will scatter a beam of light. So what happens? The path of solution is visible. The path of light is visible in the solution. Okay, so suspension means it is a heterogeneous mixture in which what happens is solid particles do not dissolve but remain suspended. And properties, first one is it is a heterogeneous mixture and the second one is we can able to see by naked eye. The particles can be seen by the naked eye, and the third one is the solid particles settle at the bottoms. We can able to separate those solid particles by filtration because the particle is larger. And next, the solid particles will not mix completely. So what happens? The solution is highly unstable. And this particle scatter beam of light. So that what happens? We can able to see path of light in the solution. Okay. And the next one is colloidal solution. Next one is colloidal solution. Colloidal solution also is a heterogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Okay. And some examples of colloidal solution. Mixture of starch in water. Mixture of starch in water. Mixture of egg albumin in water. Milk, air containing dust and smoke, etc. So these are the examples of colloidal solution. And properties of colloidal solution. So colloidal solution is nothing but it is a heterogeneous mixture of two or more substances. So properties. The first property of colloidal solution is it is also heterogeneous mixture. And the particles cannot be seen by the naked eye. We cannot able to see the particles by naked eye. But in the case of suspension, we can able to see the particles by naked eye. But in the case of colloidal solution, particles cannot be seen by the naked eye because the particles are very smaller in size. Okay, and the solid particles cannot be separated by filtration. So in the case of colloidal solution, solute particles cannot be separated by filtration because the particles are very smaller in size, so we cannot able to separate but we can able to separate centrifugation. So method called centrifugation. We can able to separate by centrifugation, not filtration. Okay, so in the case of suspension, we can able to separate by filtration. In the case of colloidal solution, we cannot separate by filtration, but we can separate by centrifugation. Okay, and next, the solid particles do not settle down at the solution is stable. So solid particles, what happen? The particles are smaller in size, so that solid particles, they are not settled down at the bottom, so solution is highly stable. Okay, and the particles scatter a beam of light passing through it, and the path of light is visible in the solution. So colloidal particles also scatter a beam of light, so whatever passing through it, and the path of light is visible in this colloidal solution. Today we have discussed about suspension and colloidal solution. So suspension is nothing but it is heterogeneous mixture in which what happens? Solid particles do not dissolve. Here colloidal solution also is a heterogeneous mixture of two or more substances. And properties of suspension and properties of colloidal solution we have discussed. In the next class we will discuss about further topics. Bye bye children.